Hi guys, welcome back. Is there anybody here? I wonder. I got 4 likes already, so I'm wondering if there's anybody here. Say hello if you're there, and welcome back to the save. Can we make a signing today? We haven't made a signing with Burnley all season. Hi Ethan, how are you doing, mate? Thank you so much for coming along to these. I really appreciate it. It does increase the watch time, and it gets the channel out there and helps the channel to grow, and we can support all the good stuff that we're trying to support. Thank you so much, Ethan. It is good to have someone to chat to, and you are a chatty one. I know that for sure. And that's another thing, people commenting, that helps the channel to get out there. So Ethan, a big thank you to you. Big thank you. How was your week, Ethan? Did you have a good weekend? We are going to play a couple of games again today. What worries me is that we are in this transfer window. There's still no sign of any movement in the transfer window. And as you know, I have no money, and unless players are sold, we're not going to sign anyone. I was thinking about the tactic that we're playing. And we are playing this very aggressive. That's good, mate. It's good. Keeps you busy. Work is something I've parted company with. I'm just getting too old to do it. This has become my work now. Oh boy, I remember way back when I was your age. We didn't have computer games in those days. We didn't have computers. We didn't have mobile phones. We had nothing, mate. And things were a lot different. But luckily, computers came along in my middle age, and I was able to get used to them. And looking at this tactic, though, we have a very aggressive high line going on here, and then I started to look at the players who were actually playing up there. Scott Twine, no aggression. Who else was playing up top? Who is this? Dervisoglu, no aggression. And Cherlanov, who's now injured, he's the only one up top who had aggression. If you're going to play this very aggressive line high up the pitch, then you're going to need to have aggressive players up here. And we don't have aggressive players. I mean, I have Ashley Barnes, who's getting on a bit now, 33. He's very aggressive, but he's lacking in the acceleration department. And so I'm just wondering if we are doing the right thing. And then we have like Rodriguez, who is fairly aggressive, will do a good job. But the main thing is that we are trying to win the ball here. And Bayek is very aggressive. And Cork is very aggressive. Brownhill is very aggressive. And so it just might be that what we could do is to just come off the trigger press. We're asking the boys to press up here. But if we go too high, then they don't have the aggression to be able to do that. And they certainly don't have the aggression to be able to prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. If we play Barnes as a pressing forward, which he can play very well, even though he's a little bit old and lacks acceleration, he could actually put pressure on the goalkeeper. Rodriguez can also play as a pressing forward, and he's got a little bit more pace, but neither of them have decent enough acceleration to actually put pressure on the goalkeeper. So we have oh boy, don't start. 2 own goals right at the end of the game last time. I was not too happy, Ethan. Not too happy. I don't think I'd be able to watch it. So I was wondering about this tactic, and I was wondering perhaps we should just go for more of a tiki-taka approach. Perhaps we should be looking at maybe Cork, who I've just actually transfer listed because he seems intent on just running his contract down. So I was thinking maybe if we play that those front three, and then bring Scott Twine in and push Scott Twine up to the number 10, then we might have a better... So we put maybe Barnes on a support duty and then play Scott Twine as a shadow striker on attack. And we might have more chance of scoring goals with Barnes not being more of a provider, and Twine then coming from deep into the box. Twine's finishing is a lot better. He's the best finisher in the club. His problem, again, is that he has no aggression. But as a shadow striker, it's not really that important. He has good dribbling, good finishing. He's got a very good first touch. And that's what I want, is him coming from deep, taking the ball, good first touch, bang, into the back of the net. I'm seriously thinking of playing this way, and we have good enough defenders to defend, and we can press high up the pitch. We have good aggression high up the pitch that way. We'll play in a very positive way. We've got inside forwards and inside and an inverted winger, and so we should be able to cause havoc around the edge of the penalty area, and that would be the idea. Bayek, he will sit, and we probably need then to play Bayek possibly as a DLP on a defend duty, and then Brownhill will play as a box-to-box. And I'm thinking that might be a much better system, and possibly looking at even having a winger out here, maybe putting Teller as a winger on attack, so that we've got some width down this side, Vitinho providing width down this side. I don't know. I need to experiment, I think, a little bit. Jay on shadow striker and Twine on the wing because he's got more pace. Yeah, that's a good thought. Finishing 13, aggression 30. He could probably do a job. His first touch is 13. So yeah, we could try that. So let's switch those over, and then we have Twine. Play him as an inside forward on support. Or maybe we should be thinking about switching these over. So if we put Vitinho on support, Twine on this side on attack, we'll have a winger on support on this side, and we'll have a wing back. I don't want a full back. Let's play him as a full back on attack that side. The only problem with that is, are they going to get in each other's way? They probably are going to get in each other's way. So maybe we'll go... if we're going to play him as a winger, he has to be on support. So let's play both fullbacks on support. We could switch him to an attack duty if things are not going well. But mainly we'll be looking at... Maybe we'll be looking at this side of the pitch as our attacking side of the pitch. And maybe Brownhill and Bayek can swap over. He can play as the box-to-box this side. And we'll put him on a DLP on defend, so that he is more a left-handed player supporting these attacking players up here. Whereas Teller is probably going to start a little bit deeper down here and won't be so attacking. And Bayek looking for the through balls for Rodriguez, for Twine, for Brownhill. Barnes laying off passes. I'd like him to just hold the ball as well. And if he's already on hold the ball up, so that's kind of cool. Take him off roam from position. We don't need him roaming around. He just needs to hold the ball up in that area and bring into play the other players. So that might work. Hello, Rage, mate. How are you doing? Long time no see. How's it going, Rage? Just looking at this Burnley tactic and changing to, with the resurgence of Twine coming back into the team, going to a 4-2-3-1. What I had noticed is that I lack aggression in the top half of the field, and I've been playing with this very high press. And of course, I don't have aggressive players. I've been playing non-aggressive players up top and asking them to play a very aggressive high press. So what I've just done is come off the press slightly, but we've selected players who are now a little bit more aggressive in this area of the pitch. And Ethan and I were just trying to sort out who should play where. And looking at Rodriguez as a shadow striker, yeah, he can play that role probably better as an attacking midfielder. So maybe we'll play him as an attacking midfielder on attack. He's still going to make those runs. He's going to get further forward. He's not, therefore, we need to sort that out, how much we want him to take risks. Passing 12, 13, I don't want him taking too many risks. Finishing is decent, so he can shoot. Dribbling, I think we'll make him dribble less. I don't want him running at players. His crossing isn't great, but I think what I want him to do is to move into the channels as well. I'd like him to take defenders out either side so that it creates space in here. I don't know how it's going to work. We're going to experiment today in our opening game. United are losing 1-0. Oh my God. That was a quick goal. Yeah, I notice you're doing a lot of tactic videos these days, Rage. Is that something that you just enjoy doing? More than perhaps the play-alongs? I notice you're doing a lot of tactical videos are not my thing. I kind of like to play my own tactics and make them up and see if they work and then tweak them if they don't. I know a lot of people just download tactics or copy tactics from the net. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with copying somebody's tactic. Every tactic comes from somewhere. Every idea has a seed from somewhere. So is it something that you prefer to do, Rage? Tactics and tutorial stuff? So let's just go through here. We've put a couple of players on the transfer list since we were last here. We really do need to actually sell a player, because I don't want to go the whole season without making a signing. That would be the very strangest save I've ever had. 8 minutes in. Oh my God. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Ethan. And we have the draw for, what is this? Oh, the FA Cup. Do I need to see this, or shall we just skip to the end? Shall we just go straight to the end? Yeah. We have got Norwich. We are going to be playing Norwich. Oh, a big championship game. First against second. Could have done without that, actually. Oh boy, that is going to be a big game in the FA Cup. Have to be, when is that? So we have to make sure that we're going to be fit. When is the FA Cup? Not scheduled in there yet. Let's move forward a little bit. And then it should be scheduled in now. So the FA Cup is at the end of the month. So we need to have a fit team. Oh, it's still doing that, isn't it? It's like these 2 games against the same team. I once had 3 games against Newcastle once. FM, I thought, had sorted this out, but they obviously haven't. So we have 2 games against Norwich there. We need to make sure that for this game we are very, very fit. And for this game, we have a week off. So we might need to rotate for the game before the FA Cup match. I don't know. It's a long way off. We'll see what happens there. Let's have a look what's going on here. We got to get all the way over to this Coventry game. Coventry are not playing very well. Bonnet Rose have made an offer to loan Burnley's. I can't see why not. Let's go for it. We like Bonnie Rose. And still have injury concerns. Westwood out for 2 weeks. Churlanoff out for 3 weeks. We've just had Josh Cullen and Matt Lowton come back. So they are at risk of injury. But we should have a fit, healthy squad to pick from for this Coventry game. Oh, there's some players coming up. Look at this geezer. Who's he? Oh, we'd love to dip into the transfer market. 14 million. Looks like a very decent centre-back. Ashbrilla, but not the Ashbrilla. And there's a pressing forward if I ever saw one. Would be a very, very good pressing forward. And would do a very decent job at championship level. Good advanced forward. Doesn't have the pace, really, for an advanced forward. He's isolated and needs pace and first touch to be a good... well, he has the first touch, but not the pace. But I think he'd make a very good pressing forward. 11 million. Oh, boy. 19 years old. Plenty of potential. João Pedro, look at this, 30 mil, no chance. What we could do if we could get a striker like that, what we could do. Looking for the cheap bargain basement players. Who's this Joe? He's a fullback, that's why he's cheap. Oh boy, Tyler Roberts, he keeps coming up, pressing forward, aggressive. Yep, off the ball, good first touch. He'd do a very, very good job. Maybe we need to be looking at Tyler Roberts possibly in this transfer window. We do have to get a forward in, someone who can make a nuisance of himself up there. And in terms of money, yeah, we still only got 700,000 to play with. It's not looking good at all. So let's march on to Coventry. Let's see what we can do with Coventry. Looks like, yeah, AC Milan, yeah. This is a Milan derby coming up, Ethan, isn't there? That'll be a very interesting game. That will be a very interesting game. Unfortunately, I don't have Sky, so I don't get to see any of these games, but still, I can follow them, and I just watch the highlights on YouTube. I didn't put the Manchester United game on my phone tonight to follow along because I was a bit nervous about Manchester United tonight. Seville are our bogey team in Europe. They've done us twice in the last couple of years, and they do worry me. AC Milan and Inter Milan will be a great game. Let's go and get up to match day, and then let's work out what we need to do with Coventry. He is being played outside of his agreed position. Yep, thanks, I'll appreciate it. He won't let you down. Interesting how he's set up here. Zauri wants Twine to play Dervisoglu and Teller as the pressing forward because of his pace. Ooh. Should I go with the assistant? What do you think, Ethan? Should I go with the assistant, or should I just go with the team that we just put together now? He wants to play Teller because of his pace. Nah, we'll go with what. Yeah, you're right. We'll go with what we set up. If we're gonna play an aggressive line, aggressive high line, when we're gonna need aggressive players up there, and we certainly have an aggressive midfield where we want to win the ball. But we're gonna need, if we want them to press high up the pitch, we're going to need to have people who can press high up the pitch. I think we'll go with what we selected. Confident. Are you concerned? Could see morale plummet. There's very much a big issue around morale at the moment. Higuel, he's set to go to Bonnie Rigrose. Have a good time. Got his bus ticket, and he has joined them on loan. Let's just praise these players, keep morale going. Yeah, I'm going to I think you're right, Ethan. I don't even think it's ever a good thing to listen to the assistant manager too much. I think you should just generally go with your gut instinct. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. I'm not sure it will pay off changing the system. But if you're going to change the system, change it against a team who are struggling in the league and not a team who are doing very well in the league. And players are not training very well, which is not a good sign. I don't often get this where players are not training well. So we have to make sure they know I'm not too bloody happy here. Rodriguez is one, not training very well. So we will move on, and then we'll examine Coventry and see what we need to... If there's anything about Coventry we need to actually be aware of. I really don't think that they're a team that we should worry about too much. Connor King doesn't need any coaching staff members. Under 21's goalkeeping coach. We're going to cancel the renewal. Again, that was a suggestion by the assistant manager, who said we could do with staff. Why we're not allowed any more staff? Worry about the game. That's what he should be doing, not about staff. Let me worry about that. Let's have a look at Coventry. Let's have a look at their current form. Oh, they did beat Charlton in the FA Cup. Charlton, though, are a league below. That's Charlton, isn't it? So the blue will be Coventry. Both wings. Yeah, well, we know they play down the flanks. Yeah, we should be able to cruise past these. We're just going to make sure that we stop the crosses. But we also do have very good defenders who should be able to defend against these crosses. We know they're going to play, get the ball out to the wings as fast as possible. They don't actually have a lot to write home about in terms of passing. Left-hand side possibly is a bit stronger than the right. A little bit. But we need to focus up the middle if we can. They don't really have a lot to write home about. There's nobody really who's controlling the game for them. Let's pop into the data hub. When I'm actually going through this, I'm looking for things that we can possibly use that that they are very strong in, or they're particularly weak, particularly lower teams lower in the league, things that they're weak in. So they play, yeah, we know that they play wing style. Panzo, who plays in the middle, central defender on the left, he's playing very well at the moment. And Rose, central defender, is also performing very well. So we're going to be more likely to cause them problems down the flanks than we are down the middle, especially with those two defensive midfielders sitting in front of the two as well. And they didn't complete many passes, so maybe we should be now, in terms of our tactic, we should be now looking to press them hard, because if their passing isn't good, and we have aggressive players up top capable of doing it now, so if their passing isn't very good, then let's close them down. They were under pressure, and Bidwell is also performing quite well as a creative player. So that tells me that he's probably going to play as a wing back on attack. So both wing backs are probably going to go missing at various times. If we have a look at their performance overall, nothing is jumping out here. They're actually not great at anything. High scoring, low, but yeah, they're not particularly great. They tend to pass. They're not going to sit back. They're probably going to play a mid block, and because most of their passing tends to come from inside, just inside their own area, so they're probably playing with a mid block. I don't think, though, there's anything here that we should be worried about. Let's go to their team report. Crossing is good, of course. Yeah. Good work, great. They'll put on a show. Marking off the ball. Yeah, I mean, we should just be able to turn them over. And especially as we've changed the tactic a little bit now, we should be able to just roll them over. So let's go and play this game. And why does he want to play balance? We don't want to play balance. We want to go at these teams. We should be good enough to actually take them apart. And so let's have a look. Simon Moore. Got a weak left foot, not much pace. His composure's poor. I think we should close him down. And left foot. Close him down, left foot. And then Darbo, a little bit of pace about him, but not too much. We should be able to look after him in terms of pace. Anticipation is poor, concentration, decisions are poor. So we should be closing him down, because he has poor mentals, and we need to freak him out, I think. Jake Bidwell, better mentals, I'm presuming. His composure isn't very good. Decisions also not great, and has very little pace. I think he's getting on in years. No, he's not. It's funny how he doesn't have the pace he used to have. We'll close him down and we will put him onto his right foot. And that should cause him a few worries. Two DMs, always difficult to know what to do with the two DMs. One DM type mark him. Two DMs, not always sure what to do. He is a little bit creative. What should we do here? No strength, but he's quite brave. Good tackler. I think he's dribbling. I think we will tight mark him. Just take him out the game. And Jamie Allen, again, he's not a creative player. They've got 2 ball winners in there. And yeah, he lacks strength, but he's a good tackler. He's not brilliant. I think we should turn him on, close him down and turn him on to... Let's tight mark him. Tight mark both of those. And turn him on to here. He has good dribbling, so I don't want him dribbling, carrying the ball. Tight mark him and left foot. So for this one, his dribbling is poor. He's not going to carry the ball, so don't need to tight mark him. We'll just close him down. And then Vaghorn, no pace. Good crossing. His right foot is weak, though. He's playing on the right as a winger. We want to make him play as a winger. His right foot is weak, so I don't want him cutting inside. So I want to force him outside. We'll deal with his crossing of 13 off his weaker foot. And we will close him down, turn him onto his right foot and hard tackle him. Hard tackle him and turn him onto his right foot. Callum O'Hare, probably a little bit of a ball player. He's not, I mean, he's not great. Probably playing as an attacking mid. We should hard tackle him and tight mark him. Just keep him out of the game. And then Andrew Moran, left foot, has a bit of pace about him. Left foot and hard tackle him for now. So we are actually going to force them outside. Moran's crossing is poor, and I want to give him that space, which is why for him, just don't do anything with him. Let him play down here. He's got very poor crossing, and he's got a weak left foot. In fact, I would have thought it would be better for them if they want to cross the ball. Maybe the threat is going to come from the wing backs. Who knows? Matt Godden. Left foot is only reasonable. Tight mark him. Left foot, hard tackle him. Well, I think that should do it. And it is going to be quite interesting to see how we do with this new system. Let's go and find out. Scott Twine is lacking. Michael Rose is physically stronger. Doesn't matter. Just get stuck into him. We don't want the sounds on. Let's take those sounds out. And I think we should be winning this game. Coventry are 21st in the form table. We are second. Make that count. I'm expecting to see solid defensive work. I'm expecting you to control the midfield. And I'm expecting a very good performance up front. And we do need to show that we can put pressure on the back there. And at the moment, we're not pressing very high, which is quite interesting. But it was well done by Twine. He does, like, for me, he looks like he's a good player, and it is good to see him back. What's this? Hey, Craig, how are you doing? Good to see you, Craig. It's actually quite hard for me to focus on this and then focus on the chat. How was the score there, Ethan? But nothing seems to be happening here in this game. Nobody's had a shot in anger yet. And Coventry are keeping the ball better than us, but we are actually winning it. So the aggressive midfield is doing its job. We just need our forwards to do their job as well. Teller, who's not the most aggressive player, he finds Brownhill. That's a whisker away. Who was that? But again, it's that finishing, isn't it? I mean, I really hope I can sell someone and buy a striker. It would be so good to buy a striker who could actually burst into the box and score some goals here. And at the moment, though, it's just 1-0. 20 minutes are gone. There's very little going on. We've got the match momentum. We just don't have anything to offer in terms of creating chances. It's very poor. I need to shout at them and demand more. We need to be doing better than this. We can see clearly that they are going down the wings. So are we. I don't want to focus through the middle. They are strong through the middle. 68% of the possession, but we've just had 2 shots. We've just created 2 chances. This is the problem with this Burnley team, isn't it? Whoever said these saves are going to be easy? This, I mean, if Burnley had one half-decent striker, they'd be romping away with the title already. It would be job done already. But FM's not going to make it that easy for you, is it? Ball over the top, that's the danger, isn't it? And it looks like Coventry are going to score, and it is cleared. We're not doing very well here. What is going wrong? What is the problem? Coventry are forcing their way back into this game. Possession-wise, we're absolutely devastating them. Maybe I need to go play a little bit wider. Get Teller further out. That's what it is Teller's having a shocker. All of them up front are having shockers. They're not pressing really with any urgency. They look off their game. They're supposed to be pressing. That's why I picked an aggressive team. And they're not showing any aggression here. Perhaps they need firing up. And Twine out on the left. That was a poor first touch. Lucky to get away with that. Let's get the ball into the middle now. Oh dear. And Brownhill, it's all a bit laboured, a bit slow. Brownhill shooting opportunity. He's not going to score from there. No chance. And here come Coventry on the break. Let's take him out. Let's take him out. Long shot. It's very poor, isn't it? Very, very poor. This is not what I'm expecting from this game. It's not just our shooting. It's everything. I'm far from pleased. Vitinho is stressed out. Look at this. It's terrible. There's Barnes, Rodriguez, Teller. It's the usual suspects. Absolutely shocking. Right, let's give them 15 minutes. If they don't get their act together, then we'll have to make some wholesome changes here. Yeah, I am thinking that maybe we shouldn't be playing on a positive approach. We look lethargic. We don't look like we're playing very well. And Craig, it worries me as well that they could sneak one on the break. This just doesn't look like a performance at all to me. It looks very poor. So we need to do something. For 10 minutes, I'm going to try and play a little bit wider. Go a little bit wider. I'm going to take run at defense off. They need to be passing the ball a little bit better. Nobody's really causing us any problems of note. There isn't one player there who's dominating the game for them. We know they're going to play wide, and that they're going to be much more comfortable playing wide. We're just not doing very well playing narrow. And maybe having identified, it's interesting, having identified that they were strong through the middle, maybe I should have looked at that at the beginning of the game. There's no point in trying to go through the middle. Oh, that was like, what? Where was he going? Absolutely shocking. Who was that? That's Teller. Completely ran in the wrong direction. Twine is having a poor game, but here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez is through. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What sort of a shot was that? 6 shots, 1 on target. We're back to where we were at the beginning of the season. I'm actually going to go. They are looking quite tired, but a little bit more tired than we are. I'm going to need to make some changes now. This is poor. Start with the defence. Coutinho's having a poor game. Let's bring Charlie Taylor on them. I'm going to ask Charlie Taylor. I want him to underlap. And then let's bring midfield. Taylor. Rodriguez is poor. So maybe Twine should come in here. And oh boy, that was bad on my part. What have I done here? Oh, the substitutes. I didn't check the substitutes, did I? I cannot do anything. Twine is having a 6.4. I can't do anything about this team now. Having taken Coutinho off. Let's bring Coutinho back. Put Coutinho up on the wing. And Rodriguez as the attacking mid. Twine is having a poor game. And then Charlie Taylor can come in here. Bayer is having a decent game. I'm going to actually go attacking now. Let's go and attack. Let's attack them. Let's put Teller as an inverted winger on attack. Get Bayer up and down the touchline. Let's bring Connor Roberts on because he'll have more energy going up and down the touchline. Jay Rodriguez, nothing I can do about him. Have I got someone who can play attacking mid? No, I've just got... that was a really poor insight on my part. Barnes isn't playing well there, so we'll just swap them over. That's all I can do. And Barnes, maybe he can't play there. Brilliant. Oh boy, let's play him as a pressing forward on attack. Let's go attacking. Let's see what happens. I've really screwed up there with the team selection. I actually didn't look at the subs bench, and I don't have anybody up front that I can bring on now. But if we go attacking, we'll see what happens. We only want 1 goal. Come on, 1 goal. But that is dreadful again. It looks horrible. This team looks horrible. For a team as good as they are, they look dreadful. They look absolutely dreadful. Come on, boys. Come on, let's do something. Let's shout at them. Let's berate them. I love that berate button. Teller, again, he's having an absolute shocker. Absolute shocker. Have they just got a red card? Yeah, they have. So now let's go attacking. Let's try and take advantage of this red card. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Brownhill to play as a centre mid on attack. Let's get everybody bombing forward. Let's get everybody getting forward into the box. Come on, there's numbers in the box here. We've scored. Yes, yes, we have done it. We have finally put one in. Yes, it's taken its time. And we do have a corner. Let's get another one. Then I can just come off everything now and go back to a more standard approach and a balanced approach. And just take our time. I think we'll probably do that now. And it would be useful to just to draw Coventry out now. Might create some space. The ball is still in play. Let's get it into the box. It's been cleared away. Let's go back to a more balanced approach now. Let's stop this silliness. We'll put him back to a... Actually, no, we'll put him as a centre mid on support, so he doesn't drift too far. We'll put Teller as a back as a winger on attack. Vitinha can play as an inside forward on support. That's much better, and we'll go back now to a balanced approach. Try and draw them out and then catch them on the counter. I think that should work. Who is not feeling very well? Howard Bellis. Who can I bring on? Charlie Taylor can come in, play there, and who am I going to play as the left back though? Oh, this is a mess. It's an absolute mess. Never ever let your assistant do your sub bench. He's absolutely made a crazy mess. Let's undo that, because I can't remember what I did. Howard Bellis is just going to have to play on. Bayek is tired. We can do something about that. And Jack Cork can come on. And he can actually sit there and play as a ball winner. Just sit there and win the ball. That's all I ask of you. What I could do, if Ashley Barnes is having an absolute stinker, then just pop Rodriguez up top and bring Cullen on. He can play as a ball winner on defend there. Cork I want in here. Cullen can play as a centre mid on support. No, we want Cullen to play as a box to box, and we will put that. Should be good enough. That's all I can actually do. I don't have any other defenders. You should never let your assistant manager set your sub bench up. He just has no clue. And it doesn't matter which assistant manager it is. They're all just as bad as each other. And they put together the worst subs bench that you could possibly have. And they'll often leave out a left back from the bench. And then the first thing that happens is your left back gets injured. Or he gets very, very tired on half time. We do have another chance which Rodriguez has missed. He was offside. We need to close this game now. Just shut it down. It's not been a very good performance. But this is how you win titles when you're not playing very well. You've somehow got to figure out a way to win. And it is Coventry. We don't look very good. We don't look on our game at all. And Coventry are coming forward. We need to win this ball, but so bad. This is where they are going to get it, is it? No. And I thought the equaliser, it still might. What dreadful. This is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. What is FM doing here? How can we be playing this badly? Who is that? Roberts. Who is that? Teller. Teller's had a nightmare. I want to send him back to his club, but I don't have that option. And it is now 1-1, and we've thrown it away. Absolutely dreadful. It's hit the crossbar and we're not going to score late in the game. That's Coventry might, though. I actually have to take responsibility. Oh, it's been disallowed, has it? It's been disallowed. I'm going to go to cautious now, just to try and hold on. I can't believe I'm playing in cautious against a team with 10 men. A team with 10 men, and I'm being forced to play in a cautious mentality. This Burnley team, I can't work them out at all. We've been so good, and yet Coventry with 10 men are taking us apart. It's Coventry, who are in 23rd position. I can't work this out at all. Come on, referee, blow your whistle. You're way over heat time added on now. You're doing this to wind me up. What is going on here? Our goal has been disallowed. Theirs has not been disallowed. What? What? We are actually losing the game? We were 1-0 up. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. Where's our goal in the... It should be there should be then a disallowed goal in the notable events. There's nothing. We scored. I don't understand this at all. Is that a glitch? We scored. We went 1-0 up. This is a complete glitch. I don't understand that at all. I really, really don't understand it. Well, on the day, of course, that Norwich were going to lose as well, we would have gone top if we had won that game. Did anybody see what happened there? We were 1-0 up, and then I actually don't know. Was that a complete glitch in the game? I will have to play that back to see what happened in that once the stream is over. I don't understand that at all. Yeah, I will face an inquest. It was my fault, actually, because I didn't check the bench. I just feel like going and sacking the assistant manager now. But it's my fault. But I actually don't know what happened. We were 1-0 up. The goal we scored, it's like it's been wiped off the face of the planet. There's no reference to it at all. Nothing. It's just been wiped off. I'm going to have to go and have a look. And the scoreboard was actually showing us 1-0 up, which is why I went back. The game's glitched there. I don't understand that at all. Let's move on. FM23 is... There's something wrong with it. There's big problems with it. And when I think about the other saves that I've done, we're not going to use that 4-2-3-1 again. That's for sure. We're going to pull this man back to the DM. That was an experiment that did not work. What is the score? Ethan, is it still 1-0? It will be a poor result. That'll be the third time, Ethan, that Sevilla have done us. They are definitely our bogey team. And on the day that Norwich lost, I don't know what happened there. The game just like reset itself and decided, let's wipe out the goal and then we'll give Coventry a goal. It just reset itself. Hello, music mate. How are you doing? Yeah, with is Casemiro playing? Is Casemiro playing music? I'm gonna have to watch that back after we went 1-0 up, and it's like the game glitched, and suddenly it wasn't 1-0 to us. Coventry had a goal that was disallowed, and then it just overturned everything. Our goal was gone. I'm going to have to watch that back. I am having real problems with FM23, and it's actually at the moment making me think, do I really want to buy FM24? This game is seriously in need of an overhaul. There are so many problems with it. Nothing adds up. Nothing's making any sense. It's no point in you showing me transfer stuff until the game decides that one of my players will be bought. This is another weird thing. All my saves have had something really weird. I've never been in a save where you can't actually... Ooh, we have got an offer for Charlie Taylor. Do we want to take that? I think we have to. And the fee up front is 10.75. The board have agreed 10.2. We'll have some of that. We'll take that for Charlie Taylor. But do you know what's going to happen now? Charlie Taylor will not make his decision until deadline day. That's what will happen now, for sure. But let's have a look at this, because is there anybody else interested? Ooh, plenty of clubs. So what we want to do is offer him to those clubs. Bournemouth. And so we've got 10.25. Let's offer for 11.25. So let's go to offer to clubs. Bournemouth and Norwich. So let's offer to Bournemouth. And then let's offer to Norwich. And let's offer them out for... Let's go to 11.5 up front. So they come in with 11.5 up front. Let's go 11.75. Let's see if we can't start a bidding war while he's making his mind up on Brighton. Clubs have declined to make an offer on Charlie Taylor at this time. Okay, was worth a try though. Maguire responsible again. Oh boy, I do hope that they sell Maguire. Yeah, I tried a bidding war, but they weren't interested. Two clubs decided not to go in for him while he was thinking about a contract. It happens. You could go the other way. But I just need to sort this team out. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, and Brownhill draws interest from Crystal Palace. Drawing interest is not the same as... I think we are going to be able to buy a striker with 11 million. 11 million for Charlie Taylor. We're going to be able to buy a striker. Yeah, Lindelof is useless as well. Defensively, United are not great. They lack strength in depth. You want to play Teller again? I'm actually going to start with that, and then we'll see what happens later in the week. Okay, I'm not going to praise him. He's only done okay. We have to win this game against West Brom then. I can't believe we lost that. I'm still not sure what actually happened there. Really don't know what happened there. Unless I wasn't focused and our goal was disallowed and I didn't see it. But I wouldn't have changed. I wouldn't have changed the way we were playing if it wasn't showing me that we were 1-0 up. So I don't understand that at all, because I just decided, let's go back to, let's hold on to that one goal that we've got. I think that was a glitch. It was a real glitch in the game. I can't wait to watch that back after. Was it me not seeing it? Or did the game glitch? Well, you've got to do more. I want to get rid of him. He's a waste of space. But I've had him transfer listed since the very first day I arrived. And it's clear the game is not going to allow him to move. We're just going to have to wait for his contract to end. Actually, a spell in the reserves might be good for him. Just send him away to the reserves. I've asked him to find another club as well. He's not doing anything about it. West Brom. I really don't want to look too much at West Brom. I think this a team, we just should be focused on our own game. Have a quick look in the data hub. West Brom, they're lots of passes for in the final third. It's neither here nor there. They're a neither here nor there team, a very average team. They're going to play Route 1. All we need is good pace to be able to deal with that. We do have good pace. Probably bring McNally into the team. Taylor, probably, yeah, good to play him. And we'll probably bring McNally in. He's also got pace. And we will play him on a cover role. Now let's play Taylor on cover, and McNally can play on defend. Two ball playing defenders. Don't like that very much. Let's make Charlie Taylor central defender on defend. He's good pace. Matson and Bayer, I'm going to play Lowton. Bayer didn't impress me last time. Zauri, Dervisoglu, Teller. I don't want Teller up there. I want Scott Twine to have another chance. He didn't play particularly well either. Dervisoglu can come on this side. Bastian Cork. Why am I got two box-to-box there's now? I want to send a mid on attack. We'll put Cork as the DM. And probably, yeah, Brownhill had a shocker, didn't he? Bayek is probably my best player here. Put him as a DLP on support. Try that one. He's not very good as a Masala. Bastian can play as a Masala, but I'm going to switch those over. Put Bayek this side. And put him as a centre mid on attack. Let's get him to run wide with the ball. Okay. I think that will do for... If we don't win this one, I think I might as well resign from Burnley. I don't know why they've suddenly decided to play so badly. I'm not going to play against West Brom in a balanced way. We need to attack them. And these players just need to play better than what they've been doing. He shouldn't be. He should be creating space. What I'm going to do... is play him as an advanced playmaker. We'll have him. We'll take out the underlap. And hopefully now we'll have him hold up the ball. He can sit narrower. And hopefully use this area to feed other players. Okay, we'll try it that way. I've just got to find a way to actually get this team to be scoring goals. Just put him on his left foot. I can't understand. 2-1 Sevilla. Oh my good God. Hi Iceland, how do you? Good to see you. How are you this evening? I'm pretty good. I'm happy-ish, but I'm not too happy that Sevilla are beating Man United. Something I was very nervous about, I have to say. We will close this guy down. That's all. I don't like these wing backs who've got good both feet. Same as this guy. We can turn him onto his right foot and close him down. But I don't know what happened in that last game. I'm just going to type mark these two. I know these two. We need to type mark them. And then Jed Wallace. Left foot, close him down. Yeah, left foot, close him down. Grady, Diagana. Pace. Good crossing. Just turn him onto his right foot and hard tackle him. Don't want to get too close to him. They are not fit. They are definitely not fit. But we don't have a very good record against teams who are not fit. So we want him on his left foot. And we want to tackle hard. And that should be enough for this West Brom team. We're going back to this 4-3-3 now. And I need to tell them in the dressing room, there's got to be an option to say, if you perform like that again, you're all going to be fired. Is there going to be... No, it doesn't talk about that. We're favourites for a reason. I'm expecting to see a win today. Not. And Teller, I think I'd really like Teller to go back to his home club. But the more I play him, I guess the less chance there is of him being recalled. If he goes back, then I can bring in another loan player who might actually be a little bit better. But at the moment, I can't bring any loans. And have we got a red card there? No, Bayek. Bayek, behave yourself. And, I think at the moment we are going to go into a bad run of form. Looks like a bad run of form. And I don't know how to get anything out of this team at the moment. I don't know how many chances we created in the last game, but we just couldn't score. And Bayek, they're supposed to be zipping the ball around, and it's just dead. There's no passing going on here. The ball is supposed to be zipped around. It's dead. That's better. Oh, come on. Oh, please, FM. You can't do this. It's really silly. It's like, you can't do this. It's absolutely nuts what you're doing. You're just frustrating me and then just keeping me somewhere near the top until I can get a striker, and you're making it very difficult to get a striker. What was that? Oh, dear. It just makes me cry sometimes, this game. There's no reason for them to be doing that. Either Burnley are a good team or they're not a good team, and we should not be sitting... If you cannot score goals, we should not be in second place. So they're just winding me up. The game is actually just winding me up. And focusing on the fact that we have no striker, and therefore you're not going to win this game either. I'm tired of berating them. And again, West Brom are a team who are exhausted again already, and we can't beat them. How do you guys know how to beat exhausted teams? I have no idea how to do it. I can't beat teams who are exhausted. It's just bizarre. Is this a chance? Oh, we have scored. Bastien has scored. Oh, boy. Now, let's hold on to this. Let's not do anything stupid at the back. Let's hold on to this. Dervisoglu, Lowton on that side. So maybe not playing Bayer there was better. And Bastien. Okay, so maybe what I'm going to do is tell them to work it into the box. And if you don't want to play at that tempo, then we will come off that tempo a little bit. Be a little bit more patient about getting it into the box. But we do need to close them down. And look at this pressing. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Teller's aggression is showing there. He's not aggressive, and he's just standing off. He's in midfield when he should be pressing high up the pitch. Bayek's having a half-decent game. Here's Bastien again. Oh, for goodness sake. Let's berate them again. You listen to what I am saying. Work it into the box. Right, okay, we're going to do something here. We're going to go through all the players. He's already on shoot less often. We don't have to worry about them too much. We're going to put them all on shoot less often. Cork. Shoot less. They're all already on shoot less often. Bastien, who's... And I want him to dribble less. Bayek. Shoot less often. He's on shoot less often as well. Dervisoglu. Shoot less often. He's on shoot less often. I've got them all already on shoot less often. They're all on shoot less often. And Teller, shoot less often. I do not want them shooting from outside the box. And maybe I've got to go to more disciplined as well. While they're playing like this, we'll just go to more disciplined. I'm so frustrated with what is going on here. And this save is driving me nuts. This should be an easy save. And it's turning out to be an absolute nightmare. Casemiro in trouble again, is he? So it's 2-0 now, Ethan, is it? 2-0? We have a chance down the left. Can Maatsen get it into the box? No, he's just like dilly-dallied again. With this, when you play work the ball into the box, then luckily West Brom are an absolutely dreadful team. Maatsen's having a poor game. He's holding on to it too long. And there's another hit and hope piece of nonsense from Teller up front. Teller, can you send a player back to his club in this game? Can you say, just like, take him back, I don't want him? He's been annoying me ever since the start of the game. He's absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. I think he must have an average rating of about 6.2 overall, Teller. Okay. Relax, we're a goal up. Unless the game... Now, you can see we're a goal up. If the game glitches again, I'm not going to be too happy. Dervisoglu, Taylor, McNally. He has the makings of a very good player, McNally. He's got really nice attributes. He's young, 22. The rest of the team are absolutely playing rubbish. McNally's having a decent game. Controlled. He looks calm. West Brom are trying to play the ball out the back. And we are not pressing them. Look at this. We're not pressing them. We're standing off them. And what I'm going to do, I want you to press, boys. Press. Do not stand off them. And we're still doing it. It's like suddenly the team have decided to ignore instructions. I've often thought in FM, when it looks like this, is to put instructions in the opposite of the way you want them to play. See, work the ball into the box. More disciplined. They're not doing it. And I think I'm going to do that just for the hell of it. But I want them to work the ball into the box, so tell them to shoot more often. I want them to play at a higher tempo. Let's put them at a higher tempo. But I don't want them... And let's pass into space. I'm going to do the opposite. Be more expressive. Run at defense. And then if they play in the opposite that I want them to play, then maybe we'll get the result. They'll play, if you see what I mean, they'll play the way I want them to. Because West Brom are exhausted and we cannot put them away. And so I've given them the opposite instructions of the way I want them to play now. I've often thought, if they're not doing what they tell you, would that work? Just tell them to play the opposite way that you want them. And it is working. Passing is a lot zippier. Isn't that interesting? But we have given the ball away. We need to win the ball. And here come West Brom. There's no press. There's absolutely no press up front. And I've gone and done it again, haven't I? I've let the assistant do the substitutes. Oh, I deserve to lose again. For letting the... Why am I allowing the assistant to do that? Why am I not focused today? It's because the game is annoying me. Who's playing badly? Jack Cork. And now this time I've got no midfielders, but I've got all attackers. This is what the assistant manager does with your team. He doesn't put any midfielders on the bench and then one of your midfielders starts playing really badly. this is what he does. Never ever let your assistant control your subs. Scott Twine not having a good game. Let's bring on Zuri. Maybe we need to switch those two over. No, it doesn't really matter, does it? Can Zuri play as a... Does he want to play as a winger? Doesn't matter, he's just not good enough. And anybody playing badly at the back? Not really. Oh, it's only Jack Cork who's having a bad game. Let's switch him with Bayek. We'll put Bayek down here. It's so annoying, this. And put Cork as a box-to-box. I think sometimes the game just plays with you. And there's not much you can do about it. But we need to just try and hold on to this. Grinding out results is all we can do. Then that's what we've got to do. Let's get another goal. Take the pressure off. It does seem like the passing is a lot better since I've given them the opposite instructions. They're now doing the opposite of what I want them to do again, which is exactly how I want them to play. See how much zippier the passing is? We look a lot better. Passes are finding their target. I've actually got them on run at defense now, and they're zipping the ball around. It just, the game doesn't make sense. And there's a pass through the middle. Oh, Teller, go home. Go home. We look far better now that I've given them the opposite instructions to how I want them to play. Isn't that weird? Teller is on a 6.8. He's not doing that bad. Dervisoglu is. He's having a shocker. So let's put Rodriguez on 6.7. McNally, he's not playing too well. Let's bring on Harwood Bellis. Little bit of experience there. Who else? Ashley Barnes can come up top. And he can play as a pressing forward on attack. Why not? One more. No, let's leave it. What I do want to do is to check the opposition. Just close him down. Let's get another goal, boys. I'm really tired of managing a team with finishing this poor. But the game is crazy because there is no way we should be in second. No way. Given how we've been playing, no way should we be in second place. And so, yeah, the game is a little crazy. Bayek is tired now. I haven't got any midfielders. So you'll have to stay on. Still, we've ground out another result by the look of it. Lost one and won one today. Well, we haven't won yet. It is West Brom looking to bring it forward. Win the ball. Win the ball, Bastian. Well done. We should be good enough in midfield to see off West Brom. Nice. And they are passing it much nicer. Now I've got the opposite instructions on. They're not being told to pass the ball now at all. They're being told to run with it. And they're doing the opposite of that. And now they're doing exactly what I want them to do. It's crazy. And Zaori is in. And, oh boy, Rodriguez, can you do something? Ball into the box. Chance 2-0. And can you get this, guys? Like, how does this happen? How does this happen? What is actually the game saying to you? The players are not listening to you. They're doing the opposite of what you tell them to do. So then tell them to play the opposite way that you actually want to play, and they're playing now exactly as I want them to. So I've conned the players there a little bit, conned the game a little bit. Coming up to full time. It's been an abysmal performance in this episode, abysmal. And we still don't know if we're going to get a striker in yet. Matt Lowton, can he come off? Have we got a defender? Yeah, we'll bring Bayer on. It's like there are times, I've noticed this before, where it looks like your team are doing the opposite of how you're telling them to play. So that was a little experiment then. What will happen if I tell them to play in the opposite way that I want them to play? And it worked. Their passing became a lot crisper. And we started creating better chances. And it worked. And we will probably score again now. It's like they're not listening to you. And a bit of reverse psychology there. It's meant they are now, because they're not listening to me, they are now playing the way that I want them to play. That's really weird. And we could go 3 up here. So we're looking like we're dominating the game now. That was a chance and we almost scored. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I need to go back to a balanced mentality just to see the game out. Taylor's had a good game at centre-back. Job done, Craig. Yeah, it's so frustrating, this game, though. It drives me round the bend sometimes. Absolutely nothing makes sense with it at times. Long ball over the top. Zouri in space. See, we can't even put that in. Oh boy, do I want to buy a decent striker? If I can sell 2 players, I'll have almost 30 mil. That'll buy me a striker. That will buy me a striker. Somebody who can just... who knows where the goal is. Terrible cross. I'm guessing that we're just going to, through Christmas, survive. And then if we can get a striker, we will go on and win the championship. I'm guessing that's what the game is doing. It's up to me to just survive through this period until we can get a striker. And we have done that. We've been very good at surviving. It's like, I don't know how we've done it, to be fair. We've played terribly, and I don't know how we have survived and managed to pick up the points that we've got. And that's it. That's full time, is it? Where is the referee going? Cork 6.7, Rodriguez 6.7. Nobody played really badly. They just didn't do what they were told for a while. Praise or not to praise? Yeah, just say well done. Probably better to praise them, even if you don't mean it. So we're still 3 points behind our Norwich. We still haven't got our striker in. And I do know what is going to happen with this Charlie Taylor business. I know exactly what's going to happen. We have sold him and he's mulling over his contract. He is not going to decide until deadline day that he wants to go. Probably with about 6 hours to go. So I need to find the one I want to bring in before that and line him up. It won't be Sam Surridge. Oh, Sam Greenwood, do I want to bring him in? Good player. But I'm sure I can find better. We could probably even afford João Pedro. What a buy that would be. 30 million. with a sale of both players. If we sell both players who are we'll get close to 30 mil. We could afford to have him. He would be a very good signing. So the other one that we have, who's the other one who there's big interest for? Is it Brownhill? I think it was Brownhill. Yeah, there's a lot of interest for Brownhill. So who knows? We could end up with 30 million to spend. Sheffield, Nydia. Ndai, this guy. Ndai, 22 years old. Looks decent. Finishing 13 composure 12. Still young though, isn't he? But looks decent for his age. Looks like he could develop quite a bit. And he will be playing regular first team football. I also like this Therese Campbell. I don't know why. I just like the look of his attributes. Therese Campbell. Composure could be a little bit better. Off the ball is good. His first touch isn't bad for Championship. Maybe we should be looking bigger than that. Who is Vignata? He's just a little bit too... God, I asked him to look for a striker and he's got nothing on the go there. Nothing on the go there. Nothing. Nothing. Just find one person. Find Brewster. Ryan Brewster. Both players get sold. We can bring him in. He'd be the target. Ryan Brewster. But we'd need to look first. Is he for sale? Probably not for sale. Let's discuss the interest. We're keen on bringing... Good to hear he's not interested. Okay, we're going to have to do that a few times. João Pedro, probably not going to be interested either. Oh. He has his doubts, but here's what would need to get a deal done. 30 mil, we could do that in installments. Wage of 70k. Yeah, we'd have enough money to be able to do that. Star player, no problem. Big pay rise would be 70k. So we just need to know now whether we're going to sell Charlie Taylor and others. Let's have a look at his form. Overall, where's his overall? 29 appearances, only 4 goals. That's not great. 4 goals in the league in 26 appearances. His average rating of 6.74. He's not playing very well at all, Ndai. So I'm not sure he would be my first choice to bring in. Piro, no, I'm not interested. Who's this geezer? Looks a bit pricey. 18.5 million. 20 years old. Gelhardt plays for Leeds. Probably going to be a good player. Got 5-star potential. Probably going to be a very good player. We could afford to bring him in, I think, if we sell both players. If we only sell one player, then we have this kind of money available. Finishing 12, he's pretty much similar to what we've got, but he could develop, and he is pacey. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. I do like this Therese Campbell, though. I keep coming back to Therese Campbell. Advanced forward. He's 23 years old. He's got development left. Physicals are very good. Good anticipation. Decent decisions. Good off the ball. Technique is okay. It's just his passing. But if he's an advanced forward, who cares about his passing? And I just want him to run on to through balls. Long shots, okay. These three... For me, he looks like a very decent player. What's he been up to? What's his form like? Overall, 27 appearances, 13 goals. That's a bit better in the league. 10 goals in 24 appearances. Still got a poor average rating in his league, 6.83. Overall, 6.86. So, difficult. But I keep coming back to... Who's the Icelandic forward? Let's have a look for him. Andri Lucas Gudjonsson. Gudjonsson. Andri Lucas, no results found. Interesting. Good. EJOHSEN. Interesting. He's probably not loaded up in this save. No results found for him. I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. He's not in my database here. Yeah, unfortunately. We would have had a look at him. But then that's cheating anyway. Let's have a look. Okay, we'll go and have a look at Paul Mullin. Paul Mullin. Pick him up for 30,000. Finishing about 13. He's as good as the Burnley players. What is he? 28 years old. Dribbling. I mean, he's got decent, I'd say, League One. Decent League One attributes. His mentals are letting him down big time. He has good flair. Good off the ball. He's not someone I'd think. Yeah, I can imagine. What level did you get to, Jurgen, with Mullen? What league did you get to? Yeah, Iceland. That's cheating, though, isn't it? If you actually just like search for players like that, that's like cheating. In what league? Jurgen, what league was he banging in the goals? I mean, he's got good finishing. His composure could be better. He's not very brave. He doesn't anticipate situations. Yeah, League One, you see, he's probably... that's what I said. He's got probably very good attributes for a League One team, but Championship? Probably not. Probably not. You could pick him up on the cheap, though. I don't know. Craig, you are all very wide scouting. I've just recruited half a dozen scouts by the look of it. Based on their game knowledge. Yep, we could get away with that in court, couldn't we? Yeah. Well, no, Your Honour, I just recruited. It wasn't cheating. I just recruited more scouts. Who just happen to have great knowledge of the game. Oh boy, let's have a look at the schedule. What's going on here? To see the month out, we will have to play Millwall and then Norwich in the cup. And then the transfer window will close. So on Tuesday, this is going to be a big episode. We have to get that striker in. Yeah, actually, Your Honour, these scouts don't cost me anything either. They're willing to work for free. I'm doing the club a service. So we have Millwall and Norwich next time up, and the transfer window will close. And we've got to hope that we are going to make the first signing for Burnley. I don't understand this game at all. If they are so bad, if this team is so bad at finishing, how are we doing so well? It can't be down to my game management. Although, if you want to say it is, then we'll say it is, but it can't be. And sometimes I think the game is winding you up. But they do say, when you are playing badly, if you can grind out results, then that's championship stuff. We just got to try and keep grinding them out. Coventry, I got to go back and check that to see what happened there. And 3-0 Sevilla now, is it? Oh my God. 3-0. Oh, that's David De Gea mistake. Oh my God. That's enough for me. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it a night now. Go and get something to eat. A nice cup of tea. And I'll hopefully see you all again on Tuesday next week. Yeah, I'm afraid so, Ethan. I'm afraid so. The curse of Sevilla goes on and on. Have a great evening, guys, what's left of it. And have a great day tomorrow. Don't forget the Benfica save will go on tomorrow. We're going to find out tomorrow if we are going to finish the season unbeaten in the league. I haven't done that for about 3 years. Did we do it? We'll find out tomorrow. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for your support. Really do appreciate it. Had a good time. See you soon.